All right, we're here with head football coach Jason Thoren to preview Saturday's matchup with Olivet Nazarene. Coach, it's been a while since we've done one of these. Good to be back at it. We're doing it in the spring. Kind of talk about what you guys have done to be prepared for this Saturday.
Well, we've went through essentially what would be a normal spring practice. So we've been at it about 5 weeks now, just trying to give some time in between to be able to evaluate the tape and because it was also tricky because you also want to use this time to develop some of your younger players, and it's been good for us because there'll be some new faces playing, so really the overall process has been good. I know players are excited to get into game week, and so we're ready to go.
Now, we talked about it a lot in the fall. Been a while since we've talked about it. Baker defense giving up 5.8 points a game. What do you expect to see from them on Saturday?
Well, I think all the way through camp they've continued to do just that. I mean, they're a lot of very good players out there. Great kids. They work extremely hard. They prepare extremely hard, and they've really done a nice job throughout camp. I expect nothing different. It's it's a playoff game, and when you get into these games, everybody's going to be good, and so they'll have a challenge ahead of them, but I think they're looking forward to it, and they're looking forward to getting back out there and Enlisted Stadium.
Same thing with the offense. They got rolling late in the season in the fall. Kind of talk about what you expect to see from them and what you need to do to be successful on Saturday.
Well, I think that's a good thing for us because we get to go against that defense every day, and so and we do. I mean, we'll go 30, 40 minutes against each other every day, and so that's been extremely helpful to us. And I think offensively we're getting more confident as we go, and that they've really done some good things, and so I'm looking forward. I told them last night I'm looking forward to we've been going against each other. I'm looking forward to watching them come together and play somebody.
Now, this will be the first matchup between Baker University, Olivet Nazarene. What do you expect to see from Olivet Nazarene on Saturday?
Well, they're extremely talented team. Looking at their defense, they're tough to move inside. They've got good linebackers. They've got a good secondary. They're well coached. Their offense is really athletic. I like their offensive line. I think they're a physical group. Quarterback, running back, their skill players at receiver, to me, excellent. And it's what you'd expect in a playoff game. I mean, it's exactly what you'd expect, and everybody's going to be talented, and they're a good crew, and they're a well-coached crew.
Now, obviously, players have to be ready to play for every game throughout the season. What, if anything, changes as a mindset for playoff time?
Well, playoff is a little bit different. Roster sizes are a lot smaller, and so there'll be some guys that normally kind of the way I like to do it is get some of our younger guys that are kind of coming out in the program, and those guys kind of get their feet wet with special teams and different things, and so it's a little bit different in the playoffs just because of the roster size. So there'll be some guys that are your starters and have been starters on special teams, and so it's just kind of a different format, especially coming out of a spring ball. So it's definitely been a learning experience, but it's the same for everybody, and everybody's done that, and for us, I think the advantage for us would be our health, and the disadvantage would be that we haven't played games, whereas they've played games. So there's some things there, and for us, this is a first game. It's not for them, and typically your greatest improvement happens between game 1 and game 2, and so. But again, our health, we're healthy, and that was kind of the trick of this entire spring ball was how can we get clean yet stay healthy, and that was the whole trick to the whole thing. So I'm looking forward to seeing where we're at.
Awesome. Well, thank you for your time today, Coach, and good luck on Saturday. Be sure to tune in to BakerWildcats.com on Saturday at 1 p.m. to listen to Derek Johnson bring you all the coverage of Baker University football.